the right one, blah, blah, blah. Give me a second here to fiddle around. OBS doesn't seem to want to capture anything. Alright, anyway, so, as yesterday ended up not working properly, I'll be redoing the 4 I did last night. If I remember the right paths, I'll only be doing the correct friendship ones. So hopefully I remember. Really don't want to do everything all over yet again. Troll life sure is complicated, not to mention troll romance. You really aren't interested into getting into that. Your life's complicated, though, and adding an additional level of angst on top of that does not sound ideal. Friendship is all you can handle at the moment. And boy, do you love handling it. Just to get your fingers all up in there. Alright, we'll start with L word. You're ready to meet someone new, but you have no idea where to begin, where to go. You're kind of hoping you'll just bump into someone. While you're thinking it, you do. You do bump into someone. They take a step back to look at you, eyebrows lifted in surprise, while you sputter apologies. Then you notice the color on her shirt, and your blood turns to ice. Given what you've picked up about Troll Society, she's well within her rights to attack you, or at least treat you to some very hurtful insults. It still doesn't look like it's picking up the sound. Alright, just give me a minute to fiddle around with this. Alright, I seem to have solved the problem. Hopefully. I just hope I don't overshoot myself with the audio settings. Or, just to be 100% sure, I'm gonna run my thing on my phone, and then we'll continue from there. Well, I tried to the best of my ability. We'll just continue on as is. If anything's too horrible, I guess y'all could just relay me feedback. So, forward. Well, hey there, lil buddy. You look kinda lost. Everything okay? That was a lot friendlier than you had expected. That said, her look is intimidating. She is smiling at you, but the leather jacket and her undercut make you think you shouldn't fuck around with her. She also looks kinda dope. Maybe this is someone whose name would look really nice in your address book. You know, you've been pretty non-discriminate with your friend's taste so far. You're grateful for every taste of affection thrown your way, but you have barked up some trees of real weirdos. This time, you really want to be friends with this chick. In fact, feels like earning her approval might even raise the opinion of yourself. Or your social cash? She's just like, okay, she's really cool, okay? You tell her that you are lost. Not that you have anywhere to be. Just seeing where the night goes, Been there. I could tell you some stories. Oh, man. So, I don't want to be rude, but you're an alien, right? You confirm. That is one of the few things you know for a fact. That you are indeed an alien. You're going to hold on to that fact with your own hands. While they are still your hands, not your grab pod or your gesture appendage. Or whatever. Neat.
Hold on to that fact with your own hands.
You can call me Elward, by the way. I bet you have all kinds of cool alien stories. So you want to hang with me? Yeah. Sorry. I know a place near here to grab a drink if you want. She mean platonically? Or is she asking you out? It's really hard to tell. She's so cool, disaffected. If that was a date suggestion, she is the smoothest motherfucker around. Kind of hoping she just wants to get to know you. She is beautiful. But it seems like going on a date with her would be a lot of pressure. Mostly, you just really, really want her to like you. She brushes a piece of lint off her jacket, and your desperation for attention grows. You say yes. Ah, yeah. Alien time. Let's go. Wait. Wait. No, I don't want to wait. Come on now. Can't you just go hang out with someone without some kind of extra whatever? Are you fated to always be bombarded with branching choices, choosing randomly between the fates that almost always end in violence? There's actually 2 places we could go. Want to try the closer place or the farther place? Fine. Fine. You will make another choice. You tell her that you're in no rush. The farther place is just fine. She takes off in the same direction she was walking. You follow behind, trying to act like you totally belong here, next to this genuine babe. You walk next to cool people all the time. It's practically a hobby of yours. After a couple blocks, she stops short. You narrowly avoid bumping into her. She fishes her palm husk out of her pocket. This is so annoying. So I'm sorry, but like, there's just this thing. I have to deal with it, I guess. I swear to fuck. She just wants an excuse to, like, see me. It's so transparently obvious. Like how she keeps flirting with all my friends, too. Or just magically shows up at places we used to go together. Like, honestly, kind of pathetic. You're trying so hard to make it seem like you're over me that it just shows you aren't. You know what I mean? You don't completely understand, but it's clear she's including you in some kind of social situation she's occupied with. Wow, that's what you do when you're already friends. You've skipped the front lines. You nod and look sympathetic. You understand. You have an ex like that too. Who's she trying to fool? Haha, right? It's like embarrassing that we even dated. We were totally gonna request combat assignments on the same ship, too. So dumb. Anyway. Sorry, but I gotta go back to my hive. She just keeps bugging me about something she left there. I keep telling her I don't even think it's there. But she says she has all her belongings itemized or something. Oh, what a dork. I'm like the best thing that ever happened to her. You nod vigorously. Your neck starts to hurt from all the nodding. You tell Elward that she's obviously too good for whoever this girl is. I mean, yeah, I know. But I gotta deal with her shit anyway. Anyway, it's literally so dumb, but you mind if we just swing by my hive on the way out? It won't take long. She's like terminally punctual. She already sent me her ETA. This is a real softball. You don't need to antagonize over this. You tell her you don't mind. She starts to head off, then she stops and looks at you. You know, for an extra alternio, you're kind of cute. Oh, jeez. You start to feel flustered as she peers at you more closely. You're going to have to make it clear once again that you're only interested in friendship. Now, I'm getting an idea. My ex thinks she's so cool because she's a jade and they have like a sacred duty or whatever. She makes a complicated motion with her hand. From context, you gather this is the troll version of a jerking off gesture. You'll file it away under implications of that one to consider at a later time. She's probably never met an alien before, though. Definitely never dated one. So you think we could pretend to be a thing? Like Red. Just until she goes away. She'll shit herself, I swear. Just, you know, don't fall in love with me, kid. Just kidding. Really, don't. Your heart is beating at an unusual rate. And not even because of fear. Fake dating. Do trolls do this a lot? Must be some cultural context that makes them turn to a fake relationship for security. On the one hand, you're an expert fake dater. She could check your references. On the other, you know how this will end. You know you're gonna fall for her. Literally no situation that has ended differently. The last one, you agonizingly circled the rim of romance before falling out and into your hands for a sick friendship rebound. But it was close. You might be like a quarter of the way in love with her already. She's like a troll Natalie Dormer. It is way too dangerous to say yes to this. We're gonna do it anyway. You say it would be cool. You say it super casually. Like you pretend to do this all the time. She grins, pleased. You're sure this was the right choice? Then again, you thought of that before. But you are confident this time. It'll be fine. It's great. Thanks for doing me a solid. I'll owe you one. Shoots you finger guns and a wink. In what is now a deeply familiar story beat, she takes you back to her hive. It's pretty messy. You can understand why the ex would have a hard time finding something she left. You don't see any signs of Eleusis. However, it is you think it's rude to ask, with how often trolls and other animals are murdered here. You ask Elward if you should get stories straight, like how did you meet? How long have we been dating? Who's funny? Who chooses the food? Yeah, don't worry, I've got a 3,000 word backstory for us to memorize. I'll be quizzing you on my movies. No, not really. I'm not worried. We could just wing it. Oh, yeah, I think she's here anyway. Sure enough, you hear a knock on the door. She leans against the wall and crosses her arms, looking bored. Come on in, girl. Another troll enters. Hey, wait a minute. You know this one. She's already your friend. Might be good, but it also ruins the chance with the person you're after now. Maintaining friendships is important. You're gonna have to find a way to balance this. Hello, Elward. We can make this the last time we have to see each other. If you'd just hand over my favorite sweater. Look, I don't have it. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. See, it's very simple. One, I was wearing it over here when we broke up. Two, I keep very careful track of all my belongings. Three, you think it's very funny to antagonize me. All signs point to you having it. I don't want to fight again. Isn't it nicer if we collaborate? Who's fighting? I don't even remember what the sweater looks like. I don't really think about it. Or you. At all. Ever. Emotional dishonesty is a barrier to helpful communication. I'm not one of your little jades who has to listen to this crap. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get dragged back into this. You're interrupting my date, Bernaya. More like boring ya. Padats. I'm actually trying to hang out with someone who's not you right now. A real cutie. Oh, no. She makes a gesture towards you, as if to indicate that pointing you out to Bernaya's hardly holding her in trust. You look at her and smile. You lift your hand in a wave. Hi. Wait, what? Bernaya is taken aback. She looks back and forth between you and Elward. Try to make sense of it. You and Elward? Well, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were looking for romantic. I could have introduced you to some of the other Jades. Not that I mind. I wish the best for her in all she does. Elward rolls her eyes. She then looks at you. You two know each other? She doesn't look happy. You remember that the reason she wanted to fake date with you was to hold your alien status over the X. Her now already knowing you undoubtedly takes some of the wind out of the sail. You don't want to be rude, but surely just hyping Elward's safe. You tell Bernaya thanks for the offer, but you're happy with the choices you've made. She looks hurt, but rebounds. Oh, of course. I wouldn't tell you how to conduct your personal life. I'm really just here for my sweater. Can you get it, please, Elward? Nah. Lol. You just lost it. Stop making excuses to come over here. This is getting pretty personal. You try and make yourself as unobtrusive as possible, pulling the collar of, well, Tagor's robe up to hide your face. Someone might accuse you of manufacturing reasons for me to keep coming over. By not giving it back? Whatever. I'll just let you know if it ever turns up. Okay? No, not alright. One, you've said that before. You've never followed through. Two, you never text me first. Three, you're not motivated to find it at all. I want to settle this once and for all. It's time to resolve our conflict. Jeez. I didn't steal your fucking sweater. Look, I want to resolve this too. But now is not a good time. Could you just let me have some me time with my pal? That seems reasonable. This may take longer than I would have liked. I suppose I could leave it for now. But you can't just keep avoiding me forever. And not just about the sweater. I'm not doing that. Didn't you get enough of talking about our feelings when we were actually together? Why do we have to talk about them now? Let's talk about it later then. I'd rather leave my friend here out of it anyway. Her friend... Whew. You don't have so many friendships yet that you could stand to lose one. You can now listen to the rest of the conversation with a little more ease. I'll come back when you're more available. Try and work with me on this. Thank you. She makes her way out. Elward watches and then sags back against the wall, scowling. She's in much lower spirit than before. You know what? She takes a breath and looks at you. I do have the sweater. It's in the back of my closet. She starts laughing. You join in. What just happened here is an opening. You witness something revealing, and now Elward's vulnerable. You don't want to push or annoy, but she did loop you into it. You can't waste this opportunity. It might be worth it to take a risk. You say hesitantly that it seems like she was really desperate. She's totally not over. Yeah, I know, right? Told you. You also say, That's okay to not be over it 100%. Even if it was wrong and you're better off without, sometimes you could still feel a little sad, and that's fine. In fact, it could make you seem emotionally deep in a cool way. You give her a small smile. She smiles back. Ha. You know, thanks for saying that. You're really nice. You didn't have to do all that for me. So, sorry for bringing you in this mess. You still want to get that drink? You're a good friend. Your heart overflows. You beam a brilliant smile. You feel the warm bloom of friendship opening its sweet petals. Friendship achieved. Victory. Alright, that's 1 of 4 from last night. Alright. Puts me at 3 more to go to be caught up. And having reworked them. Ouch. Yeah. Alright, we already read those words. Caprum en Folkul. I can't pronounce alien names worth a damn. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough, but down here, the streets get narrower, dingier, the buildings are kind of run down. Street lights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve you, and more likely to shoot you and claim self-defense. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, you'd definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except those who live here. A noisy group of trolls spills onto the streets up ahead, and you duck behind a row of garbage cans. You've recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of these look fancy and wearing symbols in blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everyone here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. This particular group, however, looks lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of amusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings around. Ha. Ha ha ha. Lol. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only one hiding here. There's someone else. 2 someones. What you initially take as one large lump resolves on second glance into 2 smaller trolls. A girl and a guy. She's clinging onto his back like a greasy sloth. It looks pretty precarious. In your opinion, you become an expert in falling. They're both skinny and stringy. Damn, you thought the smell was from the garbage, but it might just be them. Lol. Blues just busy living their pathetic lives, walking out of their hives, straight into our trap. Idiots never see it coming. You ask if they mean the trolls on the street. Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you done that? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked. Kinda wanna join in. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature! Born out of trash! Lol. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers. They mock everyone. Kinda like Polypia had been with murder. They keep snickering. You can't help thinking you're being called out. Never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protest. God damn it, that's sexual too. Can't say that on TV. Damn you, Andrew Hussey. Thanks, English. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you had parents, they would have told you 2 wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it ain't worth trying to befriend people who open with an insult, but that is how people are here. Gotta roll with it or get out of town. And, well, you literally can't go anywhere, so you'll just roll. And you want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. Don't fall for it, my friends. Get help. You admit that you don't have a lusus, and you're pretty used to insults. You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how easily you don't care. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head. Lol. Rusty dunks on their own damn self. I don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. She turns her weird, spidery face towards you. You should come hang out. Wait. What? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? You look like a drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh, man, you really hit the jackpot. 2 friends for the price of 1. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Caprum hacked the Palm Husk GPSs to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Blue Bloods are arguing. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank, if slightly mean-spirited. Focal stops yanking at Caprum's hair and looks at you. Wow. You really are pretty basic. Hey, from? She gives his hair a yank, like it's reins, and he's a horse. He grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. Raises his hand, and it crackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches, and your feet leave the ground, just enough for your toes to drag as you float towards them. For a few seconds, you have no control over your body. He lets you go and you land hard enough on your heel to make your ankles hurt. One of the flickering streetlights shine on Folk's face. What you initially took as a deep-set eyes, or no, there's no eyes. There are holes in her face. It's looks super creepy and like it hurts. Yeah. So what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. This isn't a word you normally have in your lexicon. Lol. Keeps doing that. Saying the word instead of laughing. Now you admit it's a hell of a power play. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before? You have. I'm not sure if Karava counts. They are an internet celeb, for one. For another, they do have eyes. Okay, they have one eye. The other wasn't lost to void rot, though. Whatever that means. You wonder if that's why she's on him. Like he's a combination of a steed and a seeing eye dog. I wonder. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. You almost want to point out that technically we're all dying at the same time. But you sense this is the moment for fake deep fuckery. It really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her you're sorry. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters, lol. Can't wait for Trizza to take this one down to the coalfields for R&R. Now, rest and relaxation. That sounds nice. Rampage and rendering. Rending. Oh. Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Trizza. Hello, Trizza rules. I love Trizza. I know. Dipshit. You rack your memory, trying to figure out if you know what or who Trizza is. Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship Considering how goddamn horny you are to get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Oh, shit. What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. You watch too much East Alternian porn. It'll be way better than sitting around with you. Sure is something you're witnessing here. Must be that, Black Rom Zebra briefly, talked to you about. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obvious, incredibly healthy pitch romance they have. Because as everyone knows, there's nothing like two people in a lover spat, like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically. Physically, she's still on his back. Wrong again, fuck bulge. We're pale. So pale. Oh. That's the, nice one. The petting one. Where you talk about feelings and then don't bang. What? You got something to say? You have a wonderful and stable relationship. Right? Glad you understand. You don't feel great. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to them, but it's also not cool to nag your rad new friends when you don't know how any of this works. Honestly, you should probably just come up with some sort of mnemonic for how little you actually know. You don't know what that means. YDKWTM. Yeah, you'll, workshop it later. Lol. You actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay. You wonder what kind of people he hangs out with if he thinks you're normal. At this point, though, you're dressed in a bathrobe, you're sunburnt, you're slathered in lotion, and other stuff. His friends must look really damn wild. You hope whoever these friends are will be yours too. You're not picky about looks. The group of blues out on the street. Maybe they could be friends? You gain the vapors at just the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster, and you're grabbed by your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. Decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised. Lol. You point out very respectively that these people all look lost and confused. You assume the prank's over, everyone can shake hands and go on. This is idiotic, considering all you've learned about Alternia up till now. Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, Okay. As long as I'm not the one that ends up dead or crying. None of them look too close to doing either, though. They're standing in a clump in the center of the street. Nervous, but fine. Minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or spilled coffee. They've been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds. But these two don't plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blues, a small girl with cerulean symbol on her hair, clip, standing a little apart from the group. TFW, when dirty blue blood starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You're not sure what's going on. YASWG. Still not great. Wriggler is calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one over on them. Oh, when you get owned, fucking own it. That could go on a t-shirt. The two seem bummed that their little prank is going to end so fast, and with so little damage done. But it isn't the point. Isn't that the point of a prank? Everyone gets out and relatively unhurt. Anything more, and it's assault. Overhead, there's a whir and a clank. Loud. Not loud enough for you to prepare you for the damn fly-in bus coming in for a landing. Holy shit. You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You're confident that continuing your rambling across this alien world is the best thing for you. But gosh, would it be nice to rest your feet. Even better, none of the trolls getting on seem to have money or travel passes. Good. I don't have any of those. You start around the trash again, and this time you're grabbed by 2 sets of hands. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain you want to catch the bus before it takes off. You have no idea how long it'll be before another arrives. The two look at you like you're an idiot. Well, he looks at you. She looks in your direction. Can you call it looking if they don't have eyes? Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everyone around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped? You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal, if they have a death wish. This damn color thing again. You really need someone to explain it. Without calling you an idiot the whole time, or hitting on you. Just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power struggles on Earth make sense. Well, they don't. But you're used to them, which makes them better and acceptable. You hang back as the Blues get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured them down here, the These two had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They didn't do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street. It is fucked up that violence only goes one way. Judging from how easily he picked you up with his brain powers, he could hold his own in a fight. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. He says they were calling the drones, but a bus came. Maybe calling the drone can mean a whole bunch of things. Like calling 911 can be for a robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear giant footsteps in the distance. Fuck. Time to go. She wraps her arms around him, and he takes off. Like, literally. He's airborne. First you think he's wearing those stupid shoes with wheels. The kind kids wear. What are they? Heelys? Heely, wheelie, automobile, yeah, whatever. Wheel shoes. But no, he is hovering off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him. And your steps are distressingly loud. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs. Energy crackles around you, picking you off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float all of you, all while carrying the girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about physics, YDK, map, but that's pretty impressive. The three of you round a corner and forget all about being impressed because you are too busy freaking out. You're so busy worrying about the drone, you did not consider the drone in front of you. Oh, shit. This one is small, but it's still bigger than you. And spinnier. And lasers. And it's focused on all of you. You make a similar noise. It goes like, smash. The smash comes from Caprum picking you all up with his brain powers and tossing you, just as the drone fires. It blasts the pavement where you'd been standing. You tumble feet over ass into the alley. Pain twinges through your healing ribs. But you're used to it at this point. What's more concerning is her. Blast rips her off his back, sends her into the wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's fine. You're not sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? I'm fine. I'll live. Oh, fuck. Drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction, and it did. It moves altogether way too fast for something of its size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught us. Video games don't lie, right? Fuck, shit, hell, you come all this way. Dodged so many dangers, made so many friends, now you're just gonna get lasered. Are they even robots? They look organic. Then again, so does the couch. But you're gonna die. Instead of dealing with you, the drone stops. It swivels towards her. Oh, God. It's possible you found someone more killable than you. Alternia is definitely not the best place to be the weak link. As usual, you're next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes steps towards her. Desperate, you kick a trash can. You shout. You make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you're not sure what you're going to do. The drone stops. It turns slowly towards you, then back to her. Should it go for the cripple or the noisy jackass? You look around for a weapon. There's nothing here but an empty bottle and concrete. Your friend's about to get stomped or shot, and all you can do is hop around like an idiot. Luckily, you're not the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. Rah! Kaprum doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of energy, attacking the drone. Well, he just kind of reaches out and touches it, and discharges as much energy as possible, electrocuting it. You try and at least be useful and drag her out of the way as the drone falls, but it doesn't fall, it just kind of stops. The red glow of its eye dies, and it goes still. It becomes a giant, ugly statue of alien robot. He drops like a rock. Before he's out of the air, he's on his way to her. Shoves you out of the way. Full, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck? She buries her face in his chest, her little fist clinging tight to his arm. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work. Do trolls have lungs? You'd probably call them something weird. Respiratory sac, breathing gland. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go concerning appreciating the loved ones. Blah, blah, blah. But you're just sitting here watching them hold each other like they never want to let go. Your snideness drains into a puddle. You don't know them. You don't know what they've been through. Their relationship might not be healthy, but whose is? You've seen some really sick shit. Hey. You okay, dork? Yeah, I am. Victory! Alright, well, I'm gonna take a little snack break. So I will be right back, and we'll just leave you on the main menu for now. Alright, and we are back. Once I play with the thingamabobs. We are back! Woo! Alright. Finished off 6. Let's go to 7. At least get caught up. Ever since you were a kid, back on Earth, you've always held the deep, close wish to travel. You wanted to see new places, experience new tastes and altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving. You never imagined you'd actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you're finally getting your wish. Only it is a different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, we're not going to talk about that. Or think about it. Who knows if it's ever going to happen? You've really chilled out and found your place in the universe. Drifting friend to friend, adventure to adventure. Only way to live. Let's see. Crazy artist or Dog the Bounty Hunter? We'll go with Ramelli. You've wandered into a part of town that seems to have some culture. Lots of bright neon lights. Can't read what the signs say. But you could see arcades, performance space, what looks like a movie theater. Perhaps more indie-oriented compared to the mall cinemas. As you continue walking, you come across a trendy-looking building with a placard outside that shows a little cartoon doodle of a fancy waiter holding out trays of snacks. You have no idea what it says, but you recognize the signal for free food. Come on in anywhere. You head inside. It appears to be an art gallery. It must be opening tonight, because there are decorations and a little table offering drinks and some French food. Many other art appreciators here. Your adrenaline spikes when you realize, holy shit, they're all purple. Fuck, we're gonna die. Not sure if paintings and snacks are worth the chances of being maimed. You're debating the merits of free food versus injury. You don't looky. Okay. E or A? Look A, look E. Give me a minute to think about this. do, 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 do. Whoops. Alright, well, everyone else is useless. So we're going to go with the A pronunciation. And hope it doesn't turn out awful. You don't look like my other patrons. Are you lost, Or are you perhaps looking to start collecting? If you're loaded, ignore that first question. Arte is for everyone, after all, regardless of your blood color. The 4 pupils in her eye glint and sparkle. You're not sure yet if it's menacing or friendly. She grins and shows you all her teeth. So, what do you think of the art? Have any paintings caught your eye? God, this accent's gonna kill me. You look around. You don't know much about art. However, you are a nerd. And a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies. This artwork's stunning. Perhaps the best I've ever seen. Troll Mona Lisa who? Oh, stop. You flattery. Puts a hand on her hip and winks. You're guessing that she really doesn't want you to stop. You're also making the connection that she must be the artist. You sense an opportunity for friendship, so you lay it on thick and gush about how talented she is. Huh. I thought you looked like a dumbass when you walked in, but you have a good taste after all. Let me show you around. You follow Romelli through the gallery, swinging by the table with the free food. It's pretty good by the standards you've come to expect. But what you thought was wine is Fago. Blah. No thanks. You may have noticed some themes in my exhibited work. I don't love clowns or gore as much as it may seem. That's just what I have for sale here. If you look at my work online, you'll see a more full range of my art. But for this fancy gallery shit, Purple Bloods are some of my best customers. Those clowns fucking love arte. They're rich as fuck, and they'll buy anything as long as it's violent. enough or religious or features religion. You've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem purples are capable of. You're surprised that she doesn't seem to mind being in a crowded gallery with so many of them. Most others you've interacted with have done their best to steer clear of the clown murder cult. At least when one of those hate romance isn't on the table. Isn't it kind of dangerous to actively court them? Oh, sure. They can be unpredictable, and keeping them happy requires schmoozing. Occasionally, I have to pretend like I've drunk the Fago and pull some religious references out my ass. But it's nothing I can't handle. You can make a lot more money as an artist, if you're not choosy about what you draw. One of my customers is a blue moron who only commissions me to draw low bloods in quadrants with other low bloods. I've got him convinced I'm giving him a delay on his rate when actually he's paying 5 times what I'd charge anyone else. My point is, artistic integrity is for chumps. If you want to get ahead in this world, give the people what they want. That strikes you as a depressing outlook on creativity. But you're aware that idealism on Alternia leads to shorter lifespans. You have to admit, looking around at the crowd in this gallery, that her cynical approach seems to be working. You tell her that she sounds pretty business savvy, as well as talented, and she winks. I know. 'Cause I make bank doing shit like this. I'm able to fund my passionate projects. Should really check out my webcomic. But before you can find out what her webcomic's about, she notices another troll that's sidling up to you. She approaches. They whip out what appears to be a small recording device. Ramel's face goes carefully blank, and she crosses her arms. And how can I help you? Yes, hello there, Miss Namek. I'm with the Alternia Nightly, and I must say, looks like your first art gallery's been a smashing success. A journalist's tone and innocuous words don't seem threatening, but you're picking up on some tense vibes from Ramel, whose ribbon swings forward in front of her face aggressively. Of course it's a success. I've never expected otherwise. Maybe not. But some in the art world have expressed surprise at the timing of this. Some call it bold, considering you're currently in the middle of a plagiarism controversy. Would you care to comment on the case against you by Trident Media? Instead of being caught off guard by the question, she relaxes and laughs. Oh, that. As if they have any kind of relay evidence that I'm violating their intellectual property. All the characters I draw and profit are entirely original, and Trident Media and their legislacerator are just mad because the whole internet knows that my storylines are better than the source material. I mean, better than that unrelated creative works that my comics happen to bear a superficial resemblance to. Feel free to quote me. Reporter takes notes and scuttles away. She seems unbothered, but you can't help but feel concerned. Infringement is serious business. Nah, Alternia barely has any copyright protections. It's just that little pest Gorjak trying to stir up shit. The company behind his lawsuit wouldn't even care if he wasn't involved. It's no big deal, Nothing I can't handle. You go back to following her around, keeping your distance whenever a purple blood comes up to compliment her. You could tell that despite her confident attitude, Ramel is still thinking about the damn journalist. She taps her foot and frowns. Whenever there's a lull in conversation, throwing glances at the door. You know, it's not like Eternia has a free press or credible newspapers. That reporter was probably hired by someone with a grudge to dig up the dirt on me. I don't think it was Gorjak. That'd be too obvious. Too immature. No. This stinks of my competition, The artiste establishment that thinks that all I do is fan art, and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artiste. All of the paintings are in the museum across the street, and they hate I managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck-up, pretentious bullet scripts have been trying to sabotage me for so long. She turns to you, her hands balled into fists, and the X in her eye flashes with a passion. I've been waiting for the opportunity to strike it back at them. If anyone's going to accuse me of being a thief and a hack, I might as well steal from them for real. Security is tight. I haven't had an accomplice until now. Oh, what do you say? You want to help me pull off a risque art heist? Yes. Fuck yes. Hell fucking yes. She does one last round in her exhibit, saying goodbye to her patrons and grabbing her bag. Mostly art supplies, and heads out into the street. The museum that she wants to rob is at the end of the block, in a much fancier, bigger building. All the lights are off, and it doesn't have signs advertising. You can do this one of two ways. Follow that journalist and steal the keys, or break in without them. Or go quietly. You'd much rather walk through a door than try and break it down. The reporter's still in sight. You try and imitate Romello's casual yet confident way of walking. Despite your effort, you keep getting looks. Not being Alternian tends to make you stand out. Shit. This could be a problem. I could put together disguise. Hang on. You watch as she starts pulling things from her bag. All sorts of things in there. Paintbrushes, blobs of clay, paint. Might be making some fake horns? Before she finishes, you realize that one of the purple bloods about to walk into the gallery staring at you. He looks vaguely familiar, and then you realize you met him before. I remember you. You broke into my apartment. Oh shit, it's the same troll you and Polypia escaped from. You back away as he advances. Lazy grin on his face. Rommel glances from him to you and back. Well, fuck. Looks like I'm not gonna have an accomplice. Sorry, pal. She hoists her bag over the shoulder and shrugs. And, yeah, what can I do? Gesture. Then she's gone. You feel betrayed, but it's hard to blame her. In your heart, you know you're dead. Not going to accept your fate without trying to prevent. You make a dash to escape, sprinting towards an alleyway, thinking maybe you could scamper up a fire escape. Unfortunately, his size doesn't slow him down. You can hear his heavy footfall behind you. He laughs. It somehow sounds dopey and dumb, completely terrifying. You make it to the alley, but you fucked up. It's a dead end. You don't see anything you could use to climb or high enough. You turn to face him, helplessness sinking down on you. Your alien tenature on this hazardous planet's about to come to an end. He swings his massive club lazily in one hand as he approaches, not bothering to run. You drop into a crouch, trying to think back to your karate lessons for any move that might be useful before he can crush your skull. You see a flash of movement. He staggers, dropping the club. As much as I appreciate inspiring my fans, I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck off and not interpret my art so literally. As in, no murdering. Rommel springs off his back after clawing him and rolls to the side. She grabs his club, which is almost the same size as her. But before she uses it, she gets hit in the ribs, sending her flying back into the alley. She's on her feet. You know she's injured, and doesn't have the sense of surprise. The purple blood turns his back on you as he closes in, laughing. You can't let him kill her. Not when she just came back to rescue you. Your eyes land on her bag. In desperation, you grab a paintbrush that rolled out. You dive forward with a battle cry. Hi-ya! And stab it into his calf. Blood squirts you in the face. He yells, and you roll away. The slight wound hasn't slowed him down, but it gave Rommel a chance to dive out of the way. She grabs the club. She's stronger than she looks. She gets a good wind-up. When he turns, she brings it down hard. thwack, thwack, thwack. Takes a few good smashes before he stops moving. She breathes heavily, wiping blood off her forehead. She looks up, meeting your eyes. You are absolutely positive this is the most dramatic way you've been rescued. You can't believe she risked her life for you. Don't mention it. I needed an accomplice, right? She drops the club and staggers to you, pausing to spit out some of her cerulean blood. You remember that she took some damage and hurry to support her. Will she be okay? I'll be fine. Ceruleans are tough to cull, even for a wannabe sub-juggler. She tilts her head, looking down at the way her blood swirls with the larger quantities of purple. That's actually not a bad artistic medium. The colors and textures work together well. Maybe that blue blood kid from Chitter's onto something. That's gotta be the kid from the start of the game. That artist that almost killed you. Me. Anyways, thanks for having my back with that paintbrush. That took quick thinking. We make an okay team. I've never killed anyone, but that kind of rules. You're not sure you'd choose those words, but you're relieved. You might not have bloodthirsty glint in your eyes like she does. Maybe you can interpret your adrenaline shakes as a euphoric overload or some bullshit. Yeah, me too. I could see why people get into this killing thing. If I wasn't such a great artist, I'd consider switching. Sometimes you're good at too many things. You have to pick one and stick to it. No professional assassination for me. I'm still determined to rob the shit out of my competitors, though. And you, now that we've killed someone, makes sense for us to stay partners, right? Your heart leaps at the implication she wants to stick with you. You truly do not mind breaking every law in the book if it means she'll be your friend. Nice. We probably don't have to break every law. I just want to steal some art. Maybe we should reschedule, though. Neighborhood will crawl with drones as soon as they realize that Purple was killed. You feel bad that this troll's attempting to slaughter you ruined the art opening. Oh, are you kidding? My customer base loves this shit. My arts will be even more of a violent reputation when someone died at it. That's metal as fuck. You limp out of the alley, supporting Ramel with your arm around her waist, and she directs you to the back entrance of her gallery, where the two of you could clean off the blood. If you don't mind, we can lie low at my place for a few days while we plan. I might as well get some work done while we wait and scheme. That fight was pretty inspiring. You're already my accomplice, so how would you feel about being my muse? Victory! With a side of more blood. Alright, that's 3 of 4. And we're almost caught up. We're gonna skip over these words. Also, I probably need another drink. Scary assassin check. Yes. Well, okay, not assassin. Bounty hunter. Whatever. All right. Right now, your travels have brought you to what appears to be a normal road in an innocuous part of town. Not upscale, not a rat trap. Average. A row of spiky purple bushes line the side of the road. Behind them stands a large, fierce troll who's glancing up and down the street. Okay. I spoke too soon. This isn't average. Hey, are you her? Huh? I mean, are you her? Are you who I'm waiting here for? Well, your first instinct is to definitely tell her that, yes, of course, you are who she's waiting for, provided she's been waiting for a friend. But you're not sure if your stick's gonna work. Of course not. What was I thinking? Ah. This is so infuriating. Maybe I should try a different voice. I don't like this. Or at least it doesn't like me. She's so late. I'm so bored. There it is again. I can't do this. You think she's coming soon? You don't know who she means, but you suggest that she might be more comfortable waiting somewhere that's not a fucking bush. Don't be stupid. My client values discretion. Okay, so I think we'll go with this. I'll just emphasize the word that's capitalized instead of trying to semi-angrily say it, because right now that hurts. I have to lay low. The shrub hardly manages to cover her, and standing behind it and shouting is definitely not making her less conspicuous. Neither is asking random passerbyers whether they are the client or not. If you aren't country lady, then who is country lady? That almost sounds like... sorry I'm late. I couldn't... What in tarnation? You know that charm anywhere. Oh, well, my stars. I definitely wasn't expecting to see you round here. Oh, what a masterful coincidence. You are incredibly glad to see Sky, and Lady, all unkidnapped and everything. You give Sky a hug, which she enthusiastically returns. She nearly picks you up off her feet. Lady shoves her nose against your neck, and gives you a few sloppy licks. Who the heck are you? I have business at this bush. Maybe find your own. Sorry, but business your bush has been looking for? Wait, what? You're a country lady? Oh, very same. Name's Skylar Corrig. Pleasure to meet ya. I didn't think you'd be a bronze. I've gotten that before, honestly. Also, by the by, this concerns them too. She puts her hand on your shoulder. It does? It does. Sure enough. They were there when it happened. They even helped me fight off the varmints who tried to take my Lucis. Yeah, right, you said something about that in your message. But I don't get it. What do you want me to do? Alright, well, the bandits didn't get Lady. But other kids haven't been so lucky. Low Blood's been hit especially hard. I want you to find the bandits' base, and I want you to take them down. Permanently and painfully. Khan's mouth moves slightly, like she's trying to reason through the steps of Skyla's plan. She then catches up, and a slow grin spreads over her face. Yeah, I like painful. And permanent. But wait. You want me to get revenge for someone else's Lucis? Why? Well, a few of us got together and decided to do something about it ourselves. Since there's no hope of the Harris or the drones doing anything. And they all elected me as spokestroll, seeing how as I'm the oldest and least easily shook. Okay, sure. I guess the why isn't important. How much you got? How much are you willing to throw down? I doubt any lowbloods could afford my fees. Let alone a bunch of country rusties. Lady starts to growl. Sky puts a pacifying hand on her head. Everything's fine, lady. We expected this. We were hoping you'd be willing to do it out of the goodness of your blood pusher. Khan, laughs so hard she spits. Skyla winces. You got a pan disorder. If you think I take any charity cases, I don't work for pretty smiles. Keep your compliments to yourself. That was... I didn't mean to say that out loud. Why don't you just go find the bandits yourself? You know full well I don't have the means. But you do. It'd be a cakewalk for you. If you weren't so nasty and selfish, well, maybe you're just scared. You? I'll show you scared. Ah, hell, looks like they're about to throw down. You gotta do something. Ask Khan if she works on spec. What? I don't work on spec. I'm only licensed on Alternia. I don't have a license. You explain that working on spec means doing some work for free in hopes that you're going to be paid later. You say it's unlikely the bandits only go after Luci. That would be totally ridiculous when there's so many other things they could steal. Like money. They just have heaps of money in the hideout. If she breaks in, they can have it all. Sky doesn't want it. She just wants to save the Luci. You're so damn convincing, you almost convince yourself. I'm not so sure. Sounds like you might be just trying to fuck me over. You let out a scandalous gasp. To convoy, what an untoward accusation that is. You are just shocked. Shocked, I say. Fine. Anything to get away from this stupid bush. She kicks the shrub so hard, it sails across the street to land on the hood of someone's car. But you're coming with me. I'm gonna hold you to that. If there's no money, I'll hold you tighter. And squeeze. Until your weirdly colored eyes pop out. And you believe it. She could definitely do that. But here's your chance. You've got tons of success stories proving that forced exposure is the real best way. That sounds just peachy. Oh, when do we leave? She kicks another bush. She has anger management problems. Though, does this count as managing it? She's taking it out on the shrubbery instead of you or Sky. We aren't doing anything. You aren't coming. Not yet. Lady starts growling. Sky looks like she wants to growl. Excuse me? She gets up in her face, moving way faster than she should be able to. You aren't coming. You'll get in my way. You're distracting. Sky's mouth twitches just the tiniest. That is not what I meant. You keep tricking me. I just meant that you'll probably have to stop to save some bark beast wrigglers. And get us all cold. Sky crosses her arms and tosses her hair. Fine. I'm counting on you two. You figure that the information gathering stage is next. You've seen heist movies. You sort of know how this works. But Kanya just shouts at someone on her palm husk for a while, then punches some coordinates into a car. You're pretty damn sure is not hers. Takes you to the outskirts of the city, past long stretches of cracked concrete and urban sprawl. Not exactly the place you'd expect to find bandits. You point this out to her. She tells you to shut up. You do. You leave the car behind and walk the last few blocks. The bandit operation is not super impressive. It looks just like an industrial complex. Maybe a manufacturing plant. Beside it, now there's something impressive. A lean black spacecraft. Not like yours, mind you. This is the Mercedes-Benz to your banged-up Chevy Malibu. Even before you crashed it. Oh, holy shit. Is that an adult? Wait, the ship? No, Tingus? Follow her gaze. Oh, right. Troll besides the ship's taller than anyone else. Her skin's a dark gray. Her claws long. Wait. If everyone you've met so far has just been a kid, wow, they deal with shit that adults on Earth don't even routine. Is there really no mature trolls here? Wait, hold up. You're saying where you from you live with adults? Yes. You all live on the same planet? Yeah, I sure do. Huh. Well, maybe you're tougher than you look. Adults are terrifying. Come on, let's get closer. You and her slide up close enough to the trolls to overhear them haggling. So far, the conversation's too general to tell if they mean the loose eye. Damn, they must have globes of steel. Talking back to an adult? I mean, I'm great at rushing in without any thought. But I'm not a total moron. The two trolls appear to come to an agreement. They shake hands and head back into the warehouse. So what do you think? What should we do? Oh, no. You're the expert. Yeah, no shit. For punching. I punch things. I'm also good at slashing. But he always does the thinking. And the planning. He's the one with the eye beams and the big brain. Don't tell him I said that. Please. You assure her you can't tell him because you don't know him. Oh. Right. He's a frustrating, bulge-lord loser who sucks so bad. He's also my mate spray, we've been together for sweeps. He's supposed to be here. He's off busy doing some dumb bullshit. So I need you to be the brains, okay? Please, do this for me. Dear. Are going into... You decide to follow them into the warehouse. That way, at least you won't be trapped in the confined spaceship. Get ready to do some James Bond shit. Ducking behind corners, saying cover me. Can't really do any gymnastics. Even when you aren't healing from a broken rib. But fantasy you can. She doesn't bother with any of that. She just stomps down the hallway. You pick up speed to try and get to the door before charging in. Good thing. What you see beyond is a break room. A couple of trolls messing around on their phones. A few more sitting at a table. Come on, there's not even that many. We could take them. Urgh. You forgot you weren't my partner. You just dead weight. No argument. Palapia told you that most pros work together. It's harder on your own. You wonder if Khan would be so hot to take the job if it weren't for Sky's vibes. Ah, that's the word. They were vibing. You have to do this, though. You choose a different door at random and go down it, assuring her you know what you're doing. What? Where are you going? You've been down this before with Damien and the meat quest through the sewer. This is possibly slightly higher stakes, but the same principle applies. Fake it till you make it. She gets annoyed much faster than your other friend, if her sub-vocalizations are anything to go by. Damn, I need to step up my game. You think back on all the heist and infiltration movies you've seen. Maybe you could find a locker room or a laundry room, find a hazmat or a SWAT uniform. That'd be the best. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. So busy focusing on the plan, you open a door without thinking and find yourself back at the trolls playing cards. Somehow in your quest, you doubled back and came on the other side of the break room. Classic. Classic yourself. You're almost charmed by your own stupidity. There's a frozen moment when all the bandits just stare at you, taking in the idiot level you've achieved. Thank fuck. We should have done this from the start. Stab. You've gotten into quite a few fights since you've arrived. Well, you've stood around and watched, at least. Cut. The point is, Kanyal, she's brutal. She takes out almost the same number of bandits you, Sky, and Lady did in a quarter of the time. Multicolored blood flies. Oh god, you know these are bad guys, which sucks. Oh, there's so much blood. They're getting massacred. And you don't feel so great. You might need to sit. 1, 2, 3. What is the? That's like 8 different shades of blood. Your back hits the wall. You slide down to the floor. You're clammy. Pathetic. She pulls her gauntlet out of the final troll's neck with a spray of yellow blood and a squelch that makes your stomach roll. She notices you on the ground. What are you? Ugh. Are you serious? Come on. You try and tell her that she volunteered you for the mission. You're not sure why now's the time you finally freak. Maybe it's the close quarters. Maybe you've been on this damn planet long enough to realize this is blood. This is all blood. It might not be red, but it's still blood. Maybe you've reached your horror saturation point. Whatever. If you've learned anything from this experience, it's the why doesn't matter. She looms over you, raising a gauntlet. She's gonna kill you. At least if you're dead, you can't puke. Instead of stabbing you, you feel pressure on the back of your neck. She pushes your head down until it's between your knees. Take slower breaths, idiot. You follow her instruction. Too lightheaded to dwell on the absurdity of being coached by a girl that just murdered like 10 people. She's kind of good at this. Daja freaked out in his first fight too. Wasn't even bloody. The little wriggler passed out. Guess some bloodcasts really are better built for violence. She sits next to you and pats you on the back. You wish she would have taken off the gauntlet, but you appreciate the gesture. You are having a hard time reconciling this version of her for the one that snarled at Sky for being too nice. I'm multifaceted. Also, fuck her. Which reminds me. She pulls her phone out of the pocket, smearing a little bit of olive blood on the screen. Korga, I got your bandits. She talks a lot louder on the phone than she does in real life. Yeah, no shit. Of course I work fast. Especially when I don't have anyone to slow me down with a bunch of tactics and plans. Ugh. Save it for your kismesis. She hangs up and glares at the phone. You tell her she seems to hate Sky. She turns green. No, don't be stupid. I barely know her. You don't press it. You also don't point out the obvious point. Those probably aren't the only trolls. But if her forgetting about them means less murder, you're all for it. She also seems to forget about the fact she hasn't been paid. No, she's looting the bodies. She's looting the bodies. It's a lot messier. Takes longer than real life. In the end, she ends up with 5 phones, a laptop, some jewelry, and little squares of plastic that you think are Eternia's version of credit cards. Whatever. There's barely anything here. But that fight, I made it worth it. Well, you're glad it was good for someone, at least. You're just trying not to think about it. Maybe get outside as fast as possible. Whatever she wants to do with your outstanding debt, you could square it up outside. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna squeeze you. That'd be too easy. Like squishing a bug. fuck yes. Saved by being pitiful. I doubt you have money anyway. I mean, you're wearing a robe. True. She helps you to your feet. You kind of want to ask if you're friends, but really, you made friends with worse people. Oh, here. Now you take one of these. She hands you one of the phones. Thankfully, it's only a little bit of blood. Maybe it's mustard. It might actually be the condiment. But she's giving you a phone? Why? You don't have one, right? I mean, you don't have any pants. That way we could keep in touch. And you can tell me if you have any more jobs with an excellent violence level. Like this. Let's exchange info. They're really useful. You can use them to call everything. Not sure if she's making a joke. Maybe she thinks you're an idiot. That's okay. Because not only did you make a friend, you got a gift. You murdered it. All right. Well, now we're caught up to where we should have been yesterday. Maybe we'll continue. Another night, another ramble. Classic song comes back to you as you continue. Some of the good old earth wisdom. You wish you had footwear right now. Or any footwear. You've definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited at the prospect of friends. And running out in nothing but a bathrobe. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in that particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'd fly off in the buoyant afterglow. Tizus or Chixie? You know what? No. We're gonna play Pokemon. I still wonder why Chixie's given 2 markers here. Alright, well, damn it. Okay, well, my intermission page broke, so we'll switch to our technical difficulties. So I will be back while I get things set up, and then we'll continue on the Pokemon way. guess that's what counts as a full screen nowadays. So, we'll just have to go with that, I guess. I should also update the description. So give me a moment while I do that. Alright. Continue on. I think we're gonna play around in the grass up here for a little and try and catch some new things. Or beat the hell out of them. I don't know, we'll decide. Lotad, you stand no chance. But you're gonna get the XP anyway. Oof. Could have saw that coming. Alright. Taylor, go fight your brother. Ooh. That had to hurt. Weird how it didn't register, what's his face? No, I don't want the Pokedex. There we are. So we'll send out the dog and the cocoon first. Go get him! Yeah, we don't get enough firepower for this. I'll use the next Cascoon, do something. No, quit using Uproar. Okay, why aren't the others getting XP? I thought XP was supposed to be shared between anyone in the battle, not just the victor. Oh, whatever. Oh, hey, Tom. How's your Pokedex? Mine's looking decent. I caught Pokemon in Petalburg until I ran out of balls. Snicker, snicker. I passed Brittany in Petalburg Woods. I guess he's on his way home to his cottage. You just moved here, so you might not know this, but he was once a revered seafarer. Hey, the berries I planted. Go, Zigzagoon! How dare you miss? Damn it, we've been poisoned. We're hit. Do I have a cure on me? Well, yeah, I got full heal. Another worm. We shall fight. Motherfucker. Level up. Whatever happened to C dots? I thought there were C dots here. Do. Come on, get him. Get him. Come on, we got this. Ah, you're Tom. You saved us. go. Who the hell's Brawley? So normal type moves, eh? I feel like this is where I learned to fish. I hope so. Fisherman nerd. Oh, he's got a Cruella. I hate those things. Haha, we didn't hit myself. Not yet. Damn. Oof. Come on, light him up. Light him up. That wasn't good enough. Not a boy. Help, we've fallen and can't get up. Nice. Well, might as well heal again. You found a Pokeball. Alright, now we'll fight. Elliot wants to fight. He sent out a Magikarp. Oh. Oh, this'll be easy. You know, if that tentacruel's missing this much, maybe I don't want to capture it. Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon. Tentacruel absorbs sunlight and refracts it using the water inside its body to convert it into beams. This Pokemon shoots beams from its crystal-like eyes. Carp. Carp. Magikarp, the fish Pokemon. Magikarp is virtually useless in battle, as it can only splash. As a result, it is considered to be weak. However, it is a very hardy Pokemon that can survive in any body of water, no matter how polluted. Ugh. Now, into the cave.
obtained HM05. Damn it. I wanted to proceed without going to the gym, but it looks like that isn't an option now. Yeah, we'll hit it another time. Are you kidding me? I just want to catch you. Son of a bitch. Makuhita, gut Pokemon. Has a tireless spirit. It'll never give up hope. It eats a lot of food, gets plenty of sleep, and it trains rigorously. By living that way, this Pokemon packs its body with energy. Hey, how's it going, champ? Bound Tom. Dewford's leader Brawley commands Fighting Tap. Going against it when normal is a mistake. Fighting Pokemon lay on a serious smackdown on us normies. So be careful. That's worse. This gym's as dark as the ocean. It gets brighter after every fight. I can't see. I might be slightly underleveled for this. Ow! Well, I gotta power up these nerds one way or another. Damn. That was hardly 2 levels. The black belt wants to fight. Alright. Normal Pokemon ain't good here. Jesus Christ. We gotta poison him. It's our only hope. All the hope is lost. Well, laddies, I think I'm gonna call this a night. So, I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. Take it easy now, y'all.